Welcome to another exciting episode on Routes and Transit, where we are aimed at carrying out an on-the-spot assessment of various transit routes within and outside the city of Port Harcourt. Today in Focus, we are actually going to be taking a tour around the city of Port Harcourt, assessing various parks and also carrying out assessment of the traffic situations in the city. Like you well observed right about now, there should be a very heavy vehicular flow on this right end of the road that actually connects the NTA axis of Port Harcourt to the Choba axis. However, like you can see, I'm standing right in the middle of the road and nothing seems to be happening here. Why is that so? There's this road repairs that is taking place not too far away from me due to, will I say, not of natural causes, definitely, because I tried to interact with persons that live around this area, and I was informed that there are some human activities taking place that actually obstructed the flow of water into the drainages, and that in turn affected the road in many ways. So it was actually difficult for passengers who were traversing from the Rumukuta axis of the NTA road up to the Chuba axis. However, there has been some form of intervention, which is very good. As a result of that, you can see that this road has been blocked from the NTA end up to the Obirikwere junction, and this will enable the government or those who have been put in charge of actually fixing this road do their thing effectively. Now, if you look to the other end, which is the left flank, naturally vehicles are supposed to flow from that end to Rumokuta, but because of the blockage of this road, you see that the vehicles moving to and fro are actually squeezing themselves, trying to progress gradually from there up to the Obirikwere junction. And would I say progressively, I can also observe that the traffic officials are here doing their thing, trying to ensure that they restore law and order on these roads, because some transporters, especially the keke riders, are not really making things easy for them. But it's a good thing that we have the traffic officers on ground to actually control the flow of traffic. That's not all. From here, I'll be visiting various parts of Port Harcourt to actually assessing the traffic situation and also carry on a spot assessment of various transit routes. I believe it's going to be a smooth ride and interesting one. So sit back, relax as I take you on a tour to different parts of Port Harcourt. By the way, my name is Francis Nsan. Come with me.
My name is Mike Rich or Heaven Hill.
Okay. We are actually finding your way through this lonely part of the road. This part of, or the axis of the NTA road actually used to be very busy. But there's something happening here today. That's why this road is blocked. So I want you to sensitize the public on the happenings around there as we take a walk.
It's all about some areas that are not good.
Yeah.
The government tried to fix. But one thing about it is that they are slow in their work.
Okay.
They are very, very slow in their work, and it's like they're not really using the professional they need to use. Because they're up there, I noticed that the debris that they brought out from the gutter is still lying down there. So they need to speed up the work so that people can be able to have easy access to both routes.
Okay.
So that things can be better for everyone.
Let's first of all know what's the importance of this road to the people of Port Harcourt. The
This
name of the
road
Okay.
is NTA road. It leads to airport, it leads to Uniport, it leads to East West Road, going to, I think even if you are going to Warwick. It's a major road.
Okay.
It's a major road. It leads to airport. It's a major road that government need to pay serious attention on this road. If you check out the gutter itself, they need to be worked upon. There's everywhere.
They say traffic congestion is a common occurrence in major cities of the world, and I'm believing that Port Harcourt, being the capital city of Rivers State, shouldn't be so, because a lot has been over the years by the government and other relevant stakeholders to ensure that there's free flow of traffic. However, due to some occurrences, which some are even natural, while others are man-made disasters,
Yes.
you can see that this road, which many years back used to be very smooth in terms of traffic, is faced with constant problems here, especially when it rains. And there's an intervention here that is taking so slow. It's quite pathetic. This is not the first time I'm doing a report on this road, and an intervention has been coming like on a routine, so to say. But however, when the road is fixed, like 2-3 weeks afterwards,
it's because the water don't have a channel to go. the gutters are full of dirt. They need to open up everywhere, bring out the dirt from the gutter, so they can be able to have a free flow access of the water flowing, so that everybody can be able to enjoy the road.
Okay.
See, this thing I've been taking almost getting to a month now, and the job is too slow for we business people. We don't have any choice. It's a good thing, but I don't think that the contractor is fast. So when are they intending to finish it? And the worst thing is that today they have even shown that we don't even know what they want to achieve. We don't know the achievement, whether today's rain have shown everything, that the same log of water is still going that same direction.
This is my route to work every day, and it's not really been easy having to go to work in the morning and come back in the evening. The road is always piled up, there's always traffic, and it gets bad once there is rain because the road practically gets flooded. So we end up having no other choice. Either you have
If you're coming from Cornerstone, instead of you to come out from Cornerstone, you can take inside the Cornerstone to come out from Laritel. We have an access road there from Laritel. And same thing, if you're coming from location and there's a traffic, to cut it short, we have diversions inside that will take you straight to East-West Road. There's the library there, there's a small road there. If you take that road, it can lead you straight to East-West Road, close to Rumigbo. Then if you're coming before NTA Junction, all those link roads, if you take it, you come out from Mercyland straight to East-West Road. Then if we have a bad vehicle at Obirikwere and it causes traffic, you can take through this NTA Junction, straight from this NTA Junction, you take either your left or your right. It will take you to East-West Road from the NTA Junction. Then if you don't want to come out from NTA Junction, like yesterday we have a very serious problem here. When a vehicle breaks down here, everybody was breaking down and want to pass. I was even directing them, take these roads, come out from Dominion City. Everybody wants to put their head here, and it caused serious problems.
I'm at the East-West Road that actually connects the western part of Nigeria to the east. And right behind me, like you well observed, is the Okoro Nodu flyover, which of course I will say the importance of that flyover cannot be overemphasized.
I am James Aleko. This road is very, very important. This East Road is very, very important. This road connects to Abuja. It connects to Lagos. It connects to Benin. It connects to Ibadan. This road you see. Yeah. Very important road. It connects to Bayelsa. It connects to Omok. That's interstate. Okay? So this road you see is a busy road. It connects to other states, like I mentioned, Lagos, Abuja, Ibadan, Ondo State, Oyo State. Through here, can go to Oyo State. Through here, can go to Ondo, can go to Ilesha. This one I mentioned, very, 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 it's a useful road. Okay. It's a very useful road.
Today we are going to be focusing on the Rumo Okoro Park. Let's know what's really happening in the park. How safe is it to use this park on a regular day? So I'm going to be walking into the park. I have a stakeholder here in the park.
My name is Chief Acho Amadi, the chairman of National Union of Road Transport Workers, Mokoro branch. There is a no turn up of people traveling because of funding. Most of them cannot at least get a common 1,000 naira to travel to a journey. And getting to this surprise packet, there has been no increase in salary as to say that somebody can adjust himself, or business people that cannot just immediately start to increase their commodities, because it also affects the production, such as I'm saying. Now, today, people going from Rumokoro to Bayelsa, we are no more getting as usual as passengers used to be, because most of the persons cannot meet up transport demands. So it is really affecting us, because Nigeria has to sit down and know that our problem is that we are not refining. And if we keep on deceiving ourselves, that means we are still falling into crisis of inflation, such as we are now. The crisis that erupted national, that came from the area of Iran and the Israel or American fight, affecting Nigeria serious, is that because we are buying the oil, we are buying the products from them. We are not a finisher of the product. If Nigeria should know that we are the giant of Africa, we're supposed to produce the oil and do the finishing. But we are not into it. Which of the refinery is working? Then the crisis is now all over. Because even those that are here to buy cannot buy, because the link for shipping, the link to transport is in danger. So it's affecting every person. We cannot more get a good turnover, people traveling. And thereby, if you make up to 5,000 or 6,000 naira before, it is not more like that, because the drivers themselves cannot afford to buy fuel, since there are less travelers, unlike before, where travelers go by 90% or 80%. Now we have less than 60% of people traveling a day. Are you understanding? In all the lines. So you see that it looks as if you have 10,000 to buy fuel. It's just pouring water. It's just like somebody who bought a bottle of water to pour in a tank. And where will that take you to? As I can say before, with 10,000 naira I can drive from here to Bayelsa. But tonight, no more so. Are you understanding? So many have so packed their car because they cannot meet up. Because telling a passenger to pay what he doesn't have in his pocket, that means it is also affecting us, because so many can turn back and go. So actually, it is not a good management in our side. It's not a good management. You understand what I mean? It's not a good management. Actually, we are affected. Relating to my office or the structures on the ground, you see that we have observed, it is all about commitment. If you are committed to something you want, you will overcome it. We partner with a cooperative and all the rest, and thereby making it to happen. You understand? So the manna is not falling from heaven, but the manna is there, is the usage. You understand? So as a businessman, we do partnership with cooperative sectors and being able to make a kind of repayment. Right now, as I'm telling you, so many things cannot be fixed here because the returns is no more carried as to collect. It is also affecting us in all sectors. We cannot even fuel our tank to put lights in the office as usual. If you see now that 3 liters or 4 liters of fuel here in Rivers State is costing 6,000 naira 4 liters. So if one can buy 4 liters of fuel for 6,000 naira, how many hours can we use it for? So it is a breakdown of economy in our own system, in our own section of operation.
Sir, please can you speak a bit about this building? You named it Solidarity House.
It's a dream come true. I said I'm a foundation member of National Union of Road Transport Workers in Okoronodo branch. And seeing on what I feel is needed, I try to think about putting this building in order or putting it for the beneficial of those who are to succeed me in a few years to come, or maybe next year or thereabout. I really did it because it's something that is cultural to my life. And I decided that by doing this, it will answer a name, such as National Union of Road Transport Workers, Okoronodo branch headquarters, Solidarity House. As a unionist, I think that is palatable to my speaking, and it has been adopted by the executive of this branch.
Do you have any message of reaffirmation or hope for the people, your customers, passengers who use this facility on a daily basis? You are assuring them of quality standards and assuring that the services they render here still remains excellent because your park is rated as one of the best in Nigeria.
The message is that I think we should be up and doing to be creative in whatever a man finds himself to. Being creative in the sense that so many persons come here and say that we organize. And actually, one being an individual or by a group of persons should be organized to make an achievement. Even though Nigerians have not put the country the way it's supposed to be, like I used to say, nothing is as good as giving a branch to idea, regionalizing the country. Our message is that people should be proactive in whatever they are doing. They should put a challenge to succeed life. Even when it is hard, it is when it is sweet. In my days, I know when I used to carry firewood from here to Rumamasi, and I set on 3 pence in those days. At that time, it is what gives me experience today, because it has become a culture and it has entered my blood. So when we find ourselves in a situation where we industrialize ourselves with technology, put ourselves into order, and other things like China is doing, like Dubai is doing, and other things, we are culture to something, and the message is that we should not be lazy in anything we are doing, but find ourselves. That is the message.
I've been following this park for more than 7 years, and I always bought the Port Harcourt and the Warri routes, right? And their services are always excellent, right? I've never regretted any circumstances along the way. So I'm comfortable with their services, so I keep patronizing them every day. Just that the transport fare is too skyrocketing, right? Which is limiting the number of travelers.
So far, in comparison with some other parks around here in Port Harcourt Metropolis, I think they are actually giving us good service. I can say that their service is top notch in terms of respect for customers, the way they are dressed. Even those you don't see to be enlightened amongst them have this sense of customer respect.
I'm Stephen Douglas.
How is Port Harcourt today? Let's know how the park is, the security situation, and how is business generally.
No, the park is fine. In the River State, everywhere it is calm. There is no problem. What we want the government to do for us, that all these our buses there, they should paint them a kilo color and they should register. After register, they should give them particular numbers for the whole buses there. Along that, we have a driver welfare, we have a cooperative.
No, if you are taking this route, you have the Federal Secretariat, you have the Popular, of course, by the way, you have the Oyime Market, then you have the flyovers.
I know that Isaac Iboro Park is not too far from where we are. I don't know if you can spot it from here, as our cameraman Obinna is really doing a good job, actually giving us a very beautiful view of the town. And to my left now we have the Isaac Borough Park, where we are just passing. We are getting close to the government house. Like I said, we are really having a swell time, and of course I will not wrap up this discussion without acknowledging our own very pilot in the person of Mr. Felix. So Mr. Felix, how is the ride going so
far? There's no problem, the road is smooth. There's no hold up, no problem. So you can see how the road is so smooth. There's no problem. No Wahara. No, as of now, I'm not experiencing anything like a hold up for the road. The road is smooth, it's clear.
Well, it has been a very, would I say first of all, adventurous outing, as I had to, tour the city of Port Harcourt. One may be wondering why I'm actually coming back to the office quite late at night. It wasn't actually easy connecting from Rumola to NTA, as I experienced very heavy traffic, would I say hold up or jam, at the NTA axis towards Apara Link Road. And all this is as a result of the road closure. So it is imperative that the government and other relevant stakeholders who are handling the road construction project should try as much as possible to be timely in whatever they are doing to avert crisis on this road. So that's it from Routes and Transit for this week. Till same time next week, where I'll be taking a tour to a different part of River State on another interesting tour. I remain Francis Nsan. Bye for now.